Okay, I don't know if this is going to be helpful to like anyone other than myself, but I feel like sharing it. And that is this feeling, at least that I get when I go through some of these bigger spiritual awakening type moments, consciousness upgrades, perspective shifts, these like bigger ones, right? I think this feeling that I'm about to describe is also probably a lot more common in people who have experienced a lot of trauma. And so therefore it's like there's kind of this programming to kind of look at things through a lens of fear a little bit, or like threat detection. Like we're always just like on alert for like anything that could be a threat, that could be dangerous, that could harm us. And so when you go through this massive up-leveling that completely changes your perspective on reality, it's like it throws this control mechanism for a loop. And for me, it creates like this sense of panic. And it's like I almost start to feel like I have to figure it out, or I can't relax until I fully understand it or have all the answers, which is like a process, right? And I can't live in that through this shift, right? Like sometimes you have to live in the mystery for a little bit, right? And I sense that for me, that this is like only the beginning of what's breaking open right now. And so that kind of freaks me out a little bit. But, something came to me the other day about, little voice, right? Nothing has changed about the reality that you are living in other than your perspective of it, which, to be fair, your perspective is everything. Like it's what's creating everything, right? However, that is all that's changed, right? Like the reality, the structure of the reality that you are living in has not changed. It's the same one that you've been living in your whole life, all almost 34 years of it. You've been living in this same thing, right? And just because your awareness of it has changed doesn't mean that you are any more or less safe than you have always been, right? Like, I don't know, I start to like fear like that reality could come crumbling down around me, or like what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know, it's like I start to feel an even more intense feeling of needing to understand what I'm in, so that I can feel safe in it. But in the midst of not understanding it, it's like you have to have this awareness of the fact that you have existed in this your whole life and you've survived up until this point, right? Like nothing's changed other than your understanding of it. Does that make sense? Like for me, I feel like it's just this way of kind of like settling into the reality of a little bit of like, okay, I might not understand everything, but I've made it this far. I've existed in this for this long, and I haven't spontaneously combusted or had reality come crumbling down around me, or, I existed in it before, I want to say completely relaxed, but if I'm really being honest with myself, I couldn't tell you the last time I was completely relaxed. But like, yeah, it's just basically like you're no more or less safe than you've always been. So you might as well just continue existing in it and accept the mystery of it and keep moving forward to the fuller discovery of it, fuller understanding of it, and just know that like you're okay, and like you've been doing it this long, right? So like just because you have a deeper understanding, honestly, I feel like for me it's like nothing's changed other than the fact that now you have more information, which should make you feel more secure, right? But I think for me it's kind of, I get tripped up on the fact that like it's like every time the expansion happens, it just brings up more questions. right? And so for someone who has gone through trauma and is constantly in like a threat detection mode, it's like the unknown is not a comfortable place to be, because I can't figure out what's a threat and what's not, right? It just makes me more and more aware of what I don't know. However, it's also a recognition that we are a step further than we were, right? Which means we have more information than we did at these previous levels, and yet it's not making us feel more secure. Like, we felt more secure back here when we didn't know shit. We still don't know shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, each level of expansion, I feel like you just have to remind yourself of that, it's all the same shit it's always been. Now you just have more information. So if anything, let that make you feel more secure in your ability to navigate it. I hope that's helpful.